Self-taught artist Tao Lewis was born in 1993 in Toronto, Canada. She now lives and works in Brooklyn, New York. She constructs intricate sculptural portraits and quilts using found, gathered, gifted, and recycled materials drawn from personal environments in Toronto, New York, and her family home in Negril, Jamaica. Referring to her artistic practice as an upcycling of a circumstance, Lewis continues a long history of Black cultural production, using found objects available to her and reconfiguring these in a manner similar to a hip-hop or jazz musician. Lewis fits right in within a lineage of female artists who have taken up sewing and craft work in the service of incorporating practices that have been considered women's work by some in the realm of sculpture. Lewis's portraits reference individuals within her immediate community, as well as imagined ancestors. They are celestial bodies, or talismans, who act as spiritual conduits between the past, present, and future. She employs highly involved methods to make her works: hand sewing, direct carving, and assemblage. Speaking of her process, Lewis says, "I hand stitch everything. I enjoy sewing. I did it as a kid, and it feels tender. The plaster pieces in the artwork are hand-carved. I'm interested in how I can honor and continue diasporic practices of art making, which have long been labor-intensive and very focused on recycling and burning their own energy into the object. By reclaiming used and discarded materials to compose her distinctive forms, Lewis engages in a practice that is recuperative and regenerative." 3 enormous mask-like sculptures dominate an airy part of the Arsenale, looming ominously over viewers. Crafted from fabrics and furs that Lewis essentially upcycled into art, they are part of a series called Divine Giants Tribunal, the name of which suggests a meeting of otherworldly deities. Indeed, Yoruba lore has been crucial for the artist's work. There are many works like these in the Biennale, but these sculptures prove so striking because of their handmade quality. The stitching is uneven in certain parts, and some of the furs show signs of light wear. The series is also inspired by Nigerian playwright Wole Soyinka's play, A Dance of the Forest, from 1963, in which lives, voices, histories, ethical and spiritual stances are overlaid, bringing ancestors to life to comment shrewdly on the past and the present in terms of both human nature and politics. Recalling the works of Guise Ben quilters, the textiles of Faith Ringgold, the assemblages of Betty Saar, and the dreamlike shack sculptures of Beverly Buchanan, Lewis creates subversive monuments, paying tribute to philosophies of material ingenuity as an act of agency across diasporic communities, activating the ideological malleability of textiles and their historical association with feminized labor. Lewis also dissolves the space between artistic and political poles, especially between practices traditionally delineated as craft, ritual, or art. The artist positions textiles and handmaking at the center of an exploration of identity, bodies, and nature. Her fantastical bodies grow as if from a handmade garden, protective vessels standing in opposition, as the artist has said, to the myth that there cannot be a nurturing and healing relationship between the Black body and the landscape.